All right, good evening, everyone. This is Joe Henches with Beyond the Chart, and this is the technical analysis update on China, the China market. The title of my post tonight is China Matters. So this is the Wednesday night Chinese takeout is what we call this for fun. And let me go back to the Shanghai Composite. We'll start off there and pause that. Okay. All right, the Shanghai Composite has had a really good move here the last 2 days. We've got this pop back. It's at the highest close now since back here since the first week, or the last couple of weeks. So that's nice. We're getting the divergence that's coming in. Okay, really solid divergence here on the RSI and the solid divergence on the DI minus. So this red line is the DI minus. So as the selling would have continued, this should have gone to new highs, but it did not. So that's why we're getting a divergence. It did not move to a new high while the price went down lower. And so therefore, that was a bullish type of sign on the DI plus, so, or DI minus. And also the volume here was the highest volume, touching the 50-day simple moving average of the volume bars. And you can see it hasn't done that since back here in December 5th. So that's another good sign that good volume, good buying has come into the market. Now, hopefully it'll have some legs to it, because sometimes bear market rallies can be pretty quick and pretty sharp. Okay, the first stock I want to take a look at is SFUN tonight. I'm not sure if I'm not pronouncing that correctly, but that's what it looks like to me. It was up 7.6% today. Big move. I'm not seeing, we could have some negative divergence developing. It's just, it hasn't gone to new highs, so that's a very distinct possibility in here. And it's had quite a bit of a run that this has been in. So, as has several of these stocks, these Chinese stocks. So you're getting long in the tooth on some of these things. So if you've got some profits, you need to be banking some of them. And then, if you want to continue to let the, play with the market's money, that's fine. But that's just my thought. Okay. The next one is home inns and hotel management. We talked about this last Wednesday. This is doing a broadening top. And this broadening top, again, as it came down, it broke this trend line. Okay. And notice how it broke the trend line and it pulled back for the kiss goodbye, rolled over, and then it just sold right off really hard. And when it takes out this fourth point here is typically when they consider the pattern complete. And therefore the measuring move on the pattern is one of, you measure, like, let's say this distance, and it should move down about like that distance. So that's why I'm thinking, we're looking at a move down in here on this stock. And that's what I'm looking for. This, I think, is more of a dead cat type bounce that we got today. Just from the big move that came down. Now, granted, there was huge volume both days, but still think it is just a reflex type bounce. Okay, the next one we want to take a look at is Jinko Solar Holdings. This is in... look at this uptrend channel. I mean, this is just amazing. I mean, it just keeps pushing. Of course, this is a little bit like the NASDAQ and what the NASDAQ's been doing. Now, interesting how, again, you're kind of pushing up here, but you haven't moved to the top of the channel. You've just moved like half, not even halfway or barely halfway, and then you rolled over. So, a little concerned we could be getting a rollover, and this is awful extended. Okay, so fully expect that something could be coming in. You're getting some divergence here on the DI plus. Not really seeing it on the RSI right now, but you are getting it there. And this looks like, let's blow this up a little bit. No, it didn't. The red line's not above the blue line yet. So we haven't gotten across there. And just so we know, when you get across, that's not, that's an indication that you've got negative in control, but it needs to take out the low of that day. So like right here on this bar, on this red bar, the red was above the blue, okay? And the reading was actually a 27 on DI minus and 19 on DI plus. So the red was above the blue, but did we take out the low of that day? No, we did not. So you did not sell. And then sure enough, the blue came right back in and it just kept rallying and rallying. And so that's happened several times on some of these stocks. Okay, the next one I'll look at is QUNR. And again, this one has not had much trading history. I am not playing this. It's interesting to watch. It's got a lot of volume in it. I thought maybe we had a symmetrical triangle in here and it broke out, pulled back, but then now it's rolling over a little bit. And looks like it's trying to hold in here. But again, there's just so little history, it's hard to tell what this thing is really doing, honestly. And then the last one here is CTRP. CTRP.com. CTRP is in a downward trend here, and I think this is a bearish flag or pennant. It actually looks a little bit more like a pennant. You know, they're close sometimes. We're getting a little support at the 200-day moving average. 200-day simple moving average on a daily basis. It did, with this move to here, close this gap that was over here, okay? So you see this gap in prices. The top of this, down at the bottom of this gap, top of this bar is 37.46. The low here was 37.41. So it came back down and literally closed this entire gap by trading down in through here. So the gap doesn't exist anymore. We've still got this gap down here, but sometimes gaps will stay open for a long time. Right now, I'm kind of expecting this thing to move down into this area. You know, if this is truly a pennant slash flag, you kind of go with the measurement of the pole, which would be, you know, you could take it from this breakout here, like maybe here. So what I'm saying is, you could say from 47.5 down to here is the length of the pole, 37. So see, let's call it 10 points. If you break out of this, then you could go from 42, where we're at here, down to 32. Okay, that would put it right down into the heart of where I'm expecting it in terms of the move. Because the distance that you move on a flag or a pennant is typically the distance that it ran coming into making that flag or pennant. Okay, let's take a look at Melco Crown Entertainment as the last one, and this was the biggest loser of the day, and actually of the 14 stocks that I have over $20 a share, China stocks, the 14 stocks that I follow that are over $20 a share trading, this was the only one that was down today. So the casinos got hit today, I believe. LVS was down. I think Wynn was down. I didn't look at the final thing. But you're getting some divergence in here. Actually, it's showing up here on the DI Plus too. You're getting divergence. So you've had one heck of a move. Again, this is long in the tooth too. This is actually looks like a fifth wave to me. So I'm expecting this to roll over, break this trend line. I'm not getting a sell signal. I don't see one yet, just yet. But it just looks like it's going to get there. It's just, I mean, look at this move, okay? Back from, well, of course, this is from 2009, but we had one, two, I'm calling this two. This is kind of a flat, 3, and then a zigzag, 4. And then we've had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this fifth wave move. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. But no matter what the wave count potentially is, you could tell this is an extended wave. Okay, so it would not be unusual for this to pull back. The real question is, does it hold this trend line or does it break the trend line? So anyway, that's my take on Melco Crown Entertainment. And that is it for tonight. Tomorrow is Thursday. We'll just have the quick market update tomorrow night, and I think that'll be it. We'll have the unemployment claims first thing in the morning, and that's it for tonight. Thanks for stopping by, and hey, don't forget to follow me on Twitter on Joe Henches @JoeHenches on Twitter, and StockTwits Joe Henches Trades. So, thanks for stopping by. Talk to you tomorrow. Have a great Thursday.